Alright, so here we have a 2014 Odyssey, and I believe I have a bad wheel bearing, and I don't really know which one it is. So I got the front end jacked up, and so the wheels are just hanging in the air on both sides. And we should be able to spin them and hopefully see or feel which side it is. So inside the van, we want to push this button without starting it a couple times, so it all turns on. And then we're going to push the brake and switch it to neutral. So make sure your emergency brake is on, obviously. So we're neutral now, and we should be able to spin these really easy, which we are now. So this seems pretty normal, the sound. Let's try the passenger side. Also doesn't sound bad, but it's definitely a little louder. I can hear like a little sound. Yeah, there's definitely something out of this one a lot more than the other one. So I can't really spin it any faster. And if I touch the spring here, don't really feel too much, not at this kind of turning. So yeah, and I've checked my rears and they were fine too. So, and the noise does seem to come from the front end. Quite loud, especially at about 30 to 40 miles an hour. All right, so we're working here on the right side. I got the wheel off. Make sure, you got a jack and jack stand. Everything is safe. Plus we got the wheel under there. If it falls on the wheel. So we're pretty secure working here. So what we need to do is take off our brake caliper assembly here, the whole thing, and then our rotor, and then also the big nut here that's staked that we're going to need to kind of unbend. And I believe that's 36 millimeters. And then we got 4 bolts. You kind of see them right there that we need to take out to pull the whole wheel bearing assembly out. And here we have an aftermarket one. This is not original, but it is pretty highly rated by Torque. We got black studs instead of the silver ones, but I don't think that really matters. It looks really well built. So I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble all this, and hopefully ours ain't stuck too bad. We have some rust, but not too bad. All right, guys, so there's some progress. There was a few things that were a little hard. I got the bracket there off, calipers hanging there, disconnected it here. The castle nut, this big nut here, 36 millimeters, was the hardest thing to get out. Just kept banging it and using long pry bars. You do have to unseat it, but eventually it came off. Pulled the rotor off, obviously. And I'm gonna be changing these, by the way. They're pretty rough. So now we got 4 bolts. They're right here, 19 millimeters. So the key is to break them loose and unscrew them a little bit, and then use a hammer to hit on them. Just tapping them. And they're gonna push the whole bearing out. That's the easiest way. And it's working very good. It's slowly coming out. So I'm just gonna keep working it at the same pace. And also unseating this is not too hard. You just tap on it and mine's moving pretty easily. All right, so I got the bolts all the way out, and this thing is pretty much out, as you guys can see. So yeah, the shield's probably gonna fall, but so we just gotta get off the splines there, and here's our old bearing. Yeah, it looks okay, I guess. And it definitely sounds loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's definitely something in there. Got a kind of crunchy sound. And this bearing looks like it's original, and it's got just a little over 100,000 miles on it. So it doesn't sound too bad, but there is something that's making a sound. And if we compare it to our new one, it's practically dead silent. So let's hope that does it. And if not, I might have to replace the other side too. But yeah, we're just gonna work in reverse order, line this up, clean out this whole area here, grease it also so it can seat nicely, and then go in reverse order and tighten everything up, put the nut back on, seat it, and I'll also be installing new rotors and pads. So yeah, we're now just working in reverse order. I'm tightening these bolts, and this thing is sliding in there slowly but surely. This is all hand tightened so far. And then we got 17 millimeter here. We're going to evenly tighten it on one side and then the other, and you want to pull it in as evenly as possible. But yeah, except for this crazy 36 millimeter nut, everything else wasn't too bad. And yeah, we'll tighten this and then we'll hit it to lock it in. Now we gotta spin the nut back on. So it needs to go a little more. So what I'm using is just a pry bar to hold the, I guess it needs to go this way, kind of like that, and then using a wrench to tighten it. So after getting that really tight, you guys can see it's a little bit different. So it looks like this was a little thicker than the old one, because the old one was here, this new one's here, so it's just a little bit off, which is fine. It's just the machining, probably just a little thicker on this part, the thickness of the total. So now we just need to punch it down, I'm just using this and a hammer. You guys can see it's locked in, so it's not just going to unscrew on its own. And everything is nice and tight as it's supposed to be. So we're pretty much done with putting the hub on. I'm waiting for my discs to come in. I'll go ahead and install those. But yeah, overall it wasn't too bad. The 36mm nut here on the shaft was the hardest thing to get out. Other than that, the rest came out reasonably easy.